How you doing? I'm Callan and this is Slapped Ham. Today we're looking at some super scary clips that are starting to freak the internet out. So hit that subscribe button and get ready for more creepy content, just like this. This next clip was uploaded to the Instagram account Unanswered Universe. It shows a security feed at a local pizza shop. Several workers are standing around when something bizarre happens. Watch. Watching that again, slowed down, the pizza slicer flies off the oven and hits one of the employees in the head. Most viewers believe that something paranormal may be happening here. Given that it was taken during a shift and the employee's reaction looks genuine, many believe this could be the work of a poltergeist. One commenter thought perhaps that the oven conveyor belt that cooks the pizzas may have caught the pizza slicer as it moved, causing a slingshot-type reaction that flung the cutter across the room. However, looking closely at the footage, it doesn't look like the conveyor belt is actually moving at all. So is this genuinely something supernatural, or is there another way to explain this bizarre event? Take another look at the footage and decide for yourself. Back in 2017, YouTuber Mr. Spouter began experiencing some strange activity inside his home. At nighttime, he could hear mysterious noises and things began moving around the house for what seemed like no reason at all. He eventually started filming the activity so he could prove to others that he wasn't going mad, and that some truly bizarre things were indeed happening around the house. In this first clip, we see the OP exploring his house after hearing some noises.
Is that a nip as well? What's that? Something there. Freaking myself out, man.
Eventually, he catches this on camera.
Something up there. What the f? What the f?
Although he runs off laughing, it sounds like nervous laughter, like someone who's been scared and can't quite explain what's just happened.
What the f? What the f?
In a second clip, yet more banging has woken the YouTuber up.
It's like something on the stairs. You can't hear it though. I can. Yeah. It's weird. It's not next door. It's like...
As he's exploring upstairs, the camera inadvertently catches something in the background.
So every time I look, there's nothing there though. On the stairs, quick. Nothing there.
It can be hard to see at first, but if we slow it down as the camera pans back and forth, there appears to be a shadowy figure standing in one of the rooms. It's a solid black form that doesn't seem to catch any of the light coming from the camera. It's as though the homeowner can't see the figure either. In a comment, the uploader clarifies he believes he's been haunted by something for quite a few years. He said he's had to move house several times now, and each time he does, the activity slowly builds up and eventually becomes too much to live with, so he has to move and start again. So according to this information, this dark figure might be somehow attached to the uploader himself. Many viewers said it could be a demon or some kind of dark energy. They also noted that throughout the videos there appears to be a lot of orbs flying around the house.
You can't hear it though, I can. Yeah, it's weird. It's not next door. It's like...
Eerily, this channel only has these 2 clips uploaded and nothing else. There's been no real update for over 5 years, making many worried that something may have happened to the uploader. So until further info comes to hand, this eerie encounter will have to remain a complete mystery. This next chilling piece of footage was sent to the YouTube channel Fourth Wall by an anonymous user. They said they were walking through a cemetery late at night in Japan when they heard some strange noises coming from one particular monument. That's when they took out their phone to film the event. Watch what happens. Watching that again, throughout the clip, you can hear a strange murmuring or moaning. The camera holder is startled when they spot a dark shadow standing by the monument. Eerily, it seems to just vanish from sight. No one seems to know what's being caught on camera here. Some have suggested a ghost or spirit, perhaps an apparition of the person who's buried inside this very monument. Others thought the murmuring sounded like chanting, suggesting the black figure was a monk or priest, but if so, how did they just vanish into thin air? This is truly a mysterious piece of footage that no one can definitively explain. Let us know your theories in the comment section down below. In 2018, Leonardo Luna was experiencing some eerie things inside his apartment. He kept finding objects were moving or falling over for no reason. He captured some footage of the phenomena and sent it to the YouTube channel Paseo Infinito. In this clip, we see footage from inside the apartment. Take a look.
Entonces hace rato empecé a grabar y vi como que estaban moviendo cosas. Ay. Luna, ven, Luna. Luna, ven, ven. ¿Qué pasa, mami?
Watching that again, a door on the cabinet moves seemingly all on its own.
Y vi como que se estaban moviendo cosas. Ay.
Then yet more activity is captured.
Tuna, ven, Tuna. Tuna, ven, ven. ¿Qué pasa, mami? Ay.
Could this be evidence of a genuine haunting? The majority of the comments section of the clip seem to think it's real, with many genuinely concerned for the homeowner. So whether you believe this to be real paranormal activity or not is something you'll have to decide for yourself. Just a quick update, we've launched a brand new Facebook group. This is the perfect place to share scary content you've seen around the internet, as well as photos and videos you've captured yourself. So head on over, join the community, say hello, and get sharing with like-minded, freaky paranormal people like yourself. Of course, you can still submit your content via email and on our subreddit. This Facebook group is just a new way to be part of the Slapped Ham community and share your spoopy content with one another. As always, links are in the description box down below. This next bizarre sighting was captured in January 2022 on Coronado Island in San Diego, California. The clip was uploaded to the Facebook group Chill Our UFO. Take a look at what was captured.
That's in the fucking sky, above the ocean. What the fuck is that? That's a trip.
The camera holder is in awe of some strange object flying in the air.
What the hell is that? I'm out here on Coronado Island. I don't know how well you can see that.
Whatever it is, it's lingering over the ocean miles off the coast.
What the fuck is that? That's a trip. Huh.
At first, witnesses thought it had to be a kite of some kind, but the fact that it was flying miles offshore made this a hard conclusion to believe. Some commenters jokingly said it was a Dementor from the Harry Potter series, while drones and aliens were other popular theories. Judging by the camera holder's response, it doesn't appear to be CGI either, as his reactions seem quite genuine.
That's in the fucking sky, above the ocean. What the fuck is that? That's a trip.
So what do you make of this bizarre sighting? Is it an alien, a drone, a Dementor, or a kite? Let me know where you sit on this in the comment section down below.
Huh.
This next haunting comes from the TikTok account Domadios. In mid-2021, followers were terrified as they went along for a chilling ride watching Domadios document his alleged encounter with a shadow figure. In this first clip, we see some eerie movement inside the apartment.
I'm literally like shaking right now, and my door keeps on moving by itself. There's like no windows open or nothing, and I'm definitely home alone. Like, what the, oh my, what the hello? Hello?
He searches the room, but there doesn't appear to be anything there.
What in the heck? Hello? I swear you bet. What the fuck? Hello? You better not be pranking me right now. What the hell? Oh!
A few nights later, the OP was awoken by his bedroom lights turning on and off.
I literally just had that door thing happening, and now I have that happening. There is nobody in there, and now I have my freaking lights going on and off when I'm trying to sleep. This is absolutely ridiculous. This has been happening for the past 5 minutes. And like, how is anybody supposed to sleep? What the?
While the light's flickering is eerie enough, if you watch carefully, there's actually a faint outline of a figure by the door. Again, he searches the room to no avail.
I really don't appreciate this. It needs to stop. You gotta be kidding me. Not again.
Then, in this final clip, we see something truly unnerving. Watch. There's a shadowy figure standing in the room. Once again, the uploader searches frantically for evidence of something being there, but as before, there's nothing there. Many viewers said it had to be a shadow person. Shadow figures are an unsettling phenomena witnessed by thousands of people all around the world. Those who claim to have had encounters with these figures say that a black mass or shadowy entity was in the room with them, but when they look more closely or search the room, there's nothing ever there. Sufferers of sleep paralysis often say when they wake up in the middle of the night unable to move, a dark figure is often nearby watching them. Those experiencing insomnia often witness strange black forms at the corner of their eyes as well. Eerily, shadow people have roots in many religions and folkloric tales around the world, suggesting that people have been encountering these beings for centuries. Ancient texts describe these figures as demonic entities or shades of the underworld. However, some modern paranormal investigators have a slightly different take on shadow figures, suggesting they could be a glimpse of beings from other dimensions or aliens from other worlds. Whatever the case may be, it's certainly unnerving that thousands of people from all over the world swear they've witnessed almost the exact same thing over and over again, dark forms lurking in the corner of the room. So could Domadios have captured one of these beings on camera? It certainly fits the description. Domadios hasn't posted an update since June 2021, leaving many viewers concerned that something might have happened to him. D-Doc Michael is a YouTube channel based in South Korea. The owners of the channel, Tichi and Michael, explore properties that are famous for being haunted or known for unexplained phenomena. In this clip, they explore an old abandoned house in South Korea that's rumoured to be filled with supernatural energy. Immediately, we're left with a sense that this property has been left abandoned for some time.
뭐가 있기는 있네. 뭐가 있기는 있어. 야각에 뭐가 있긴 있네. 잠깐 실례 좀 할게요. 있어.
Not long into their exploration, they find some kind of charm on one of the walls.
입춘대길 만사형통.
Before long, they begin to hear strange noises inside the house.
뭐야? 건들지 마세요. 건들지 마. 건들지 마세요.
In one of the rooms, the camera holder thinks he sees some shadow figures moving about in one of the windows.
뭔 소리야? 나 잠깐 들어와 보실랍니까? 나 잠깐만 들어와 보실래요? 가지 마시고 나 잠깐만 들어와 보세요. 빼꼼빼꼼 쳐다보지 마시고 가지 마시고 들어와 보세요. 어디가 가지 마시고 잠깐 들어와 보실랍니까? 잠깐만.
Things turn extra creepy when objects start to move in the house.
갑자기 오효요. 잠깐만요. 놔두시고. 감사합니다. 놔두세요. 이거 자 뭐요? 왜 이거 왜?
Watching that again, a fishing rod slides eerily up the wall, seemingly all on its own.
잠깐만요. 놔두시고. 감사합니다. 놔두세요. 이거 자 뭐요? 왜 이거 왜? 이거 뭐 어떻게 되더라고요 지금? 에? 아휴.
Then, just moments later, this happens.
우리 말로 해요.
The chair slides quickly towards the camera holder.
우리 말로 해요. 갑자기 와버리네. 씨발 졸라 놀랐네.
Later, as they continue to explore the house, they notice the fishing rod that moved earlier is now in a different spot on the floor.
이게 빠졌어? 응? 이게 빠졌네?
Now, if you thought all this activity was scary enough, one of the freakiest encounters actually happens earlier in the exploration. At around the 4-minute and 32-second mark, something truly unsettling happens. Watch.
이빨, 오메 깜짝이야. 잠깐만. 오메 깜짝이야. 잠깐만. 오 깜짝이야.
The zipper slides along the bed as if moved by some unseen hand.
이빨, 오메 깜짝이야. 잠깐만. 오메 깜짝이야. 잠깐만.
Eventually, all the activity becomes too much for the explorers and they decide to leave the house.
뭐? 깜짝이야.
Unfortunately, there's no info on the history of the house, but it certainly seems like something paranormal is happening here. Could the charm they found on the wall have something to do with it? Did the former owners perform rituals inside this house? For now, all we have to go by is the extraordinary footage that's been captured by these brave explorers.
이빨 꼬매 깜짝이야. 잠깐만. 오메 깜짝이야. 잠깐만. 오 깜짝이야.
This next chilling encounter was captured by photographer Martin Nevaez as he was exploring an old abandoned church in October of 2016. While the uploader doesn't explicitly state which church it is, a number of people in the comments have identified it as the abandoned church in Gary, Indiana. The clip begins as Martin shows his followers around the dilapidated building.
It's a little dark outside. It's pretty cloudy. It's rained all day today. I'm going to show you guys my favorite place to go.
He gradually makes his way down to the basement into a space he calls the Red Room.
The Red Room is a place I go once I'm done shooting for the day. Just to kind of look at pictures, see if I need to retake anything, re-edit anything.
Along the way, you can see pentagrams and the numbers 666.
Downstairs, in what I call the Red Room. When you turn the light off during the day, it's got a nice tint of red. I'll show you.
Once in the basement, he spots something truly unsettling. Watch.
Come down here, it's peaceful, it's quiet. Oh my God.
At first, it can be hard to see anything, but if we brighten the image and slow it down, you can see that there's someone sitting on the chair. They turn and start walking towards the camera holder. Terrified, Martin runs away.
Oh my God.
He finds a spot to hide and we can hear someone walking around in the darkness. Eventually, he finds his way out to safety. There are multiple layers of freaky to unpack here. Firstly, viewers have noted that when the torch is shined on the person, it's as though the light doesn't hit them. It looks like a solid black form, lacking any detail. The fact that the person doesn't reflect light at all has led many viewers to dub it a shadow figure or even a demon. Even without venturing into the realms of the paranormal, this is a freaky encounter. If it's just a person, then what are they doing down there all alone, sitting eerily on a chair in the basement of an abandoned church? And why did they chase the camera holder? If it was simply a homeless person or another urban explorer, I don't think they'd quietly turn and run after someone holding a camera. They'd likely say something or try to identify themselves. So whatever way you look at this encounter, it's downright terrifying. I'd love to hear your take on this. Share your theories in the comment section down below. Before we take a look at the haunting of Michael D. McGee, remember to hit that subscribe button, then tickle that bell icon there and turn on all channel notifications. That way you'll be in the loop every time we drop our scary and mysterious videos. Infamous paranormal investigator Michael D. McGee has shocked and baffled audiences with his alleged encounters with the supernatural. For nearly a decade, Michael ran a YouTube channel that documented bizarre and unexplainable events that would often occur inside his home. Michael believes it's not the home that's haunted, but rather he himself. Since 2009, he's claimed that a number of entities or spirits have attached themselves to him. He's moved more than 5 times, and yet, after every move, the activity always begins again. There's well over 100 videos on the channel documenting paranormal activity inside his houses. In this first clip, we see a camera with night vision that's been placed inside the living room overnight. Before long, things begin to move. Activity doesn't just seem to happen at night either. Here in this vlog during the day, we can see some more strange movement.
Get out.
Over the years, Michael's channel became known for its high quality captures. Here we can see Michael setting up an experiment with a basket full of fruit. Watch what happens.
If there... What did I say? I didn't move, hands in shot. It's amazing.
Several days later, Michael replicated the experiment, this time with the TV remote control.
Whoa. No.
We see a close-up of the remote showing that there's clearly no strings attached to it.
No strings attached.
In another clip, we see some stationary footage of the kitchen as objects fly about the room. In this last clip, we see another stationary camera placed in Michael's bedroom. Take a look at what happens. As you can see, a shadow moves through the room. Then one of the power cords moves before Michael wakes in a fright. So is Michael D. McGee really haunted? When the channel was in full swing, the footage certainly caused a lot of controversy and intrigue, with some of the evidence even making mainstream headlines in the UK. As with anything in the paranormal world, there's believers and skeptics. In 2017, Michael put up a video explaining he's going to be stepping away from the channel and winding down his investigations. He said it was due to personal reasons and that it was getting too hard to maintain a full-time job and run the channel at the same time. He said he'll update audiences from time to time. His last video was over 2 years ago. The channel's well worth checking out. It's full of fascinating and eerie captures that'll definitely keep you up at night. I'll put a link in the description box below. Go check it out and make up your own mind whether Michael D. McGee really is haunted by some kind of unknown presence. So if you can't get enough of the old slap cam, then don't worry, we've got you covered. Check out that link on the top there for some more scary videos. Otherwise, there's a massive paranormal playlist there. Will keep you entertained for hours and hours. Hit that thumbs up button or leave us a comment down below. And that's it for me. I'll see you all next time.